name is Lars Schmidt. I'm the Senior Director of Talent Acquisition and Innovation at NPR. So we use analytics to help inform our strategy, in particular from a recruitment and marketing standpoint. Again, I mentioned a lot of our focus is around employment branding. And for that to be successful, you really have to measure what's working and what isn't. Anecdotal evidence is not something you can really build a case study around. You have to have that data. And I think for us, we look at things like source of hire, source of applicant. So we know that strategy for us is working. If we didn't capture those metrics, we wouldn't, and we'd see tweets and we'd think that it would be, but we wouldn't have the data to be able to then go to management and say, look, we really need to invest more in this because here are the results of what's happening so far based on the resources we have. I think for us, the talent brand index was pretty compelling. We actually asked our account rep in nonprofit to run an analysis, not actually only in nonprofit, but across media. I wanted to know, okay, what are our branding efforts doing in terms of making an impact for us in that space? And we found, I think at that time, our talent brand index was 15.1, which was higher than New York Times, higher than CNN, higher than Washington Post, higher than ABC, higher than a lot of large media organizations that had a lot more resources than we did. And that to me was pretty eye-opening because that, I'm competitive, recruiters are competitive, you want to know you're winning, you want to know you're making an impact, and that showed me that we were making an impact. And so when LinkedIn rolled out the new branding platform for corporate pages and the ability to do status updates and things like that, we really invested a lot more time and effort in that because we knew that it was getting us traction. And I think that investment actually allowed us to grow our followers on the LinkedIn NPR page from, I think at that time it was about 12,000 to over 75,000. I love real-time feedback around stats and posts, and I love how they have the metrics dashboard built into the company page. So right when you post, you know the engagement, you know the reach. We really said, okay, look, we're a nonprofit, we're competing against blue chip for-profits in many cases, whether it's in journalism and news or it's in technology. How do we expand our reach and find ways to punch above our weight so we can make a bigger impact? And that was really building a strong employment brand, telling our story, building advocates both inside and outside the organizations who were willing to share our content, who are willing to share jobs. I think when you find ways to get your entire organization rallying behind your talent brand and helping share that message with their network, you're magnifying your recruiting resources tenfold or more. Because again, they have that reach that no matter how big your recruiting team is, you're not going to be able to get to by yourselves. We created a hashtag called NPR Life, and it's a way for our employees to essentially, if they're tweeting or sharing something that's kind of involved in the NPR employee experience, they add that hashtag on it. So if somebody's asking me what is the organization like, what's the culture like, I can point them to NPR Life. So that really tells the story in a much more authentic and true way than I think anybody in recruiting can because it's unbiased and it's unfiltered. It's just, here's what we're all about.